Right. Six Nations, folks. I think 6 o'clock in the morning. Is it 6 o'clock? It's just ticked over to 6 o'clock. Coffee is ready. I think the webcam and the microphone are going. Game is not quite kicked off on my screen. Jakob Paper has got his whistle in his hand. How's everybody doing? This is the game. This is the game. Jezza, April Tui, how you guys going? Bundyaki catches the first, or catches the restart, the start, the kickoff. I'm all over the shop. Still waking up, even though I just watched the first, well, the Welsh and French game. 20 seconds in on the clock. "30 seconds in. There we go. I've even got a green pen. Mainly because I couldn't find my blue one. I like to write in two different colours. Jezza, who are you picking? I mean, I'm asking an Irishman this, but who you got? And April too, I should ask you the same question as well. Us, says Jezza. Yeah, fair enough. Oh, Farrell. Was it Farrell? Oh, Stewart. Tackled in the air early. Bit of a gift of field position to Ireland. I've just realised the camera is in a really bad spot, so I can't actually read the chat. Let's see if I can move you guys over a little bit without dropping the camera. There we go. Hello. Hello, people. 2 minutes into the game. I got Royal Nugent on commentary, by the way. Kyle reckons Ireland by 30. That's confident. Ireland by 25, says Mr. Washman. What did you make of the Welsh v French? If you guys haven't seen that, then you maybe not want to tune into the live stream because I'm sure they'll be spoiled at some point. But Wales, for patches, I thought actually played pretty well. But man, France are a clinical side. Everyone will say Ireland, of course. I don't know who to support today. I'm part Irish, part English. I mean, it'd be nice to see Ireland get a Grand Slam in Dublin. Hence me putting on the green jersey. By 70? What? Oh, goodness me, my eyes. By 70. That'll be impressive if they can get it done by 70. Aaron, I haven't seen the Scotland game, but I will watch it. It's on my list. It was on at 1:30 in the morning. I went to bed at like 10 o'clock to get up for the Welsh and French game, which was on at like 3:45. Yeah, 1:30 was too much, so I'll watch it after this one delayed. Shane's got Ireland by 14. Okay. Mrs. English can't wait to laugh in her face later. That sounds like marital bliss right there. Imagine if England win this though, it'd be crazy. It'll be a big game to be talking about if England could somehow bounce back from last week for sure. But surely they can't be as bad as last week. I have seen the result of the Scotland game, sadly, Aaron. I tried to avoid it, but it's one of those ones where I didn't even look on social media really, but I did I did have a look on ESPN for my stats, and the result was there. My eyes could not avert quick enough. But to be honest, if Italy had won, I know the commentary team in the last game would have been talking about it, so I kind of knew anyway. Here we go. England 7 phases. Maro with a big carry. 8 phases. Into the 22. Ooh, here's trouble. Slade. Farrell. Stewart with a big carry. I set my alarm for the Scotland game. It was a great watch. Kinghorn was brilliant. Well, I had Kinghorn in my fantasy team as my captain, so that sounds good. Aki manages to get Slade with a wee tackle. We're gone 12 phases. Shonik, mate. Hey, long time no see, bro. How's it going? 13 phases. My only stream of the Six Nations thus far. I've been pretty slack. I've been getting up to watch the games. It's just I'm trying not to wake up the kids all the time, eh? Here we go. Freddie Stewart. Oh, he doesn't pass it. Back for the advantage. Ooh. Hope the English win, Carl. Big call. You think the Six Nations winner will likely win the Rugby World Cup? Long time between now and then, eh? Long, long time. Poor watch until the last 25 or 30 minutes. Okay, I'll go back and watch it. It's not going to have the edge. I'm talking about the Scotland-Italy game. It's not going to have the same edge because I know the result, but hopefully I can just kind of sit back and enjoy it. Oh, Jamie, bro. Maybe next time Wales. Now, come on, Ireland. How's stuff, man? Have a pint. Cheers, man. I'm having a coffee at the moment because it's like 6:08 in the morning. I know a bunch of you guys who come along for the streams when it's like my evening are up with your coffees as now, so it's nice to have a wee reversal. But I did watch your boys play. I got up at like 4 o'clock to watch that one. I said earlier, good in patches, man. Good in patches. First points to England. Three points to nil. Score. There we go. Shonik. A bit of cash to soften the Blues loss. Oh man, I was doing ref blaming yesterday with the Super Rugby. I shouldn't, because the Blues blew a heap of chances, but I was just a one-eyed fan at the end of that game yesterday. I was pretty pissed off. I just don't like losing to the Crusaders anyway. But cheers, guys. Appreciate that. Right, 8 minutes and 20 seconds on my clock. And yeah, England have come to play thus far. They went through like 15 plus phases before going back for that advantage, so encouraging signs for them. England were always going to come out firing Jezza. Yeah, they needed to do something after last week, eh? Scotland had the best result against Ireland. It was not. If that's not a catalyst for the future, don't know what is. Yeah, I'm still curious to see how their coaching situation progresses. I still feel like Scotland are underperforming a little bit, but I guess, I mean, they've got themselves a decent position on the log for this competition. Maybe I'll just set my expectations a bit too high. Arundel, turned over. There we go. Ireland's chance for a penalty. Sad that Italy's only bonus point came in the first match of the Six Nations, Kyle. Yeah, it kind of it set them up looking like it was going to be a phenomenal campaign, didn't it? But it's just kind of gone. Like results-wise, it's gone as you would expect. Oh, they're going for touch. Not going to opt for a long shot at goal. Richard, man, how you doing? Anthem from Ireland seemed emotional. I hope the occasion doesn't get to the boys. Believe it or not, I didn't even really see the anthems. I just uploaded the Wales video. I had to rip my camera and microphone over here to the laptop. Grabbed a coffee. And then set up the stream. So I was mile a minute. I just turned it on at the end of the anthems. But that's an interesting point. I noticed in the Rugby World Cup last year with the women, New Zealand were like that. They would belt out this wicked anthem and then a big haka, and then they would play like garbage at the start of the games. It was like, hey, save some energy for the game. Okay, here come Ireland. Ooh, quick hands. Keenan, low. Oh, Arundel got in the way. Ooh, good disruptive play, but it's a penalty to Ireland. Rolling on the ground, England, that's a bit of a soft one. Not Marco, he's not even on the starting 15, George. Oh, Sexton's tapped it. No. He's held up. Ooh, it's all go, folks. Offside after the quick tap, so back for a penalty. Bloody hell, it's all going on. It's all going on. They're going to have a look at something. They might go penalty try if they were offside. I'm furiously writing notes. Farrell. Oh, Tojo's put him on side. Ooh, lucky. Ooh, lucky. Lucky. Hanging on. A bit of a wry smile from Owen Farrell. They're playing at the Aviva Stadium in Dublin. How does that work? Well, Farrell wasn't back on side, but Itoje came to play him on side. I've only ever seen that kind of play from kicks, is the time they usually talk about it. I've never seen it from a penalty. Mac Hansen's boots, not the best one. Oh, Keenan knocked it on. Anyway, Dave's in Cork, man. How you guys feeling? 12 minutes, a little bit nervy? Or still kind of confident that across the 80 you guys are going to win? Still very early days. Oh, advantage to England. George, Farrell. Oh, Lowe's intercepted it, but back for the advantage. 102 watching. That's a big game. I haven't streamed it all during the Six Nations. I've been real slack. It's hard with the time differences, but Yeah. Nervous, but I think we'll do it. That's pretty much, I mean, I don't mean to sound like an arrogant prick, but when I watch All Blacks games, often the All Blacks go behind, especially when we're at home, and I'm thinking, all right, settle down. Over the course of the 80, we should have this. Like, a few years ago, it was mostly true. Not so much these days. So I know the feeling. Oh, yes, April Tui says, don't forget to drop a like in the chat. If you are watching, liking helps. YouTube loves likes. Not a usual start from Ireland. I still think over the 70 minutes find a way to win, Dave. Yeah, Ireland's starting games tremendously well this Six Nations. So it's an uncharacteristic start, like you say. Do you kind of wish Gibson Park and Lowe were All Blacks? Are you happy to see the exports represented? Mr. Welshman, neither of those guys were the players they are now when they were still here. Gibson Park, there's no bloody way I would have said that guy could be an All Black. He was kind of average. But man, he improved when he went overseas. And same with James Lowe. So, I'm happy to see them doing well. I'll update the score in just a second. Perfect start for England. They needed to get the scoreboard ticking over, take the crowd out of the game a little bit. It's certainly a bit quieter now than when it started. "15 minutes. Dan Sheehan with a big carry. Crowd don't like England's offside. Keenan, oh man, he's good. He doesn't look like he's doing anything, Keenan, but he just goes. He's such a sneaky bastard. Excuse my language, but man, he's so elusive. He looks like he's doing absolutely nothing, but he's doing everything. Here we go. Ensure Aki. Sexton back. Was it Doris? All Blacks got too good at winning. I don't know about that. We've been a bit off the boil. Oh, Lowe's pass got intercepted. Oh, but too casual. That's another Irish wave the English have managed to kind of hold off. Same kind of situation Don van der Merwe found his calling in Scotland. Yeah, for sure. He was a bit of a journeyman until he headed up north, didn't he? Wasn't he? Whoa. Knocked backwards. Surely England's offside there. Apparently not. Oh, advantage. This time it's at the breakdown. They're going to blow that up surely. Ball's stuck in there. Do the NZRU not like Ian Foster? Man, Neil, they kept him in the job and gave him the job like when maybe he hadn't earned either, but yeah, they don't seem to be supporting him as much now. They're all over the shop. Hugh Cairns, such a good fullback. His line running is top quality. 100%. I still think he looks a bit ungainly when he runs. You know how some guys run and they look the part, and some guys run and they look like they don't look that, I don't know, stylish when they run. But there's no arguing with the results, right? Keenan's quicker than he looks. Very elusive, hard to bring down. So, yeah, man, he's class. I love him. Royal Nugent's just rattling off all of Sexton's achievements, and it's a lot of there's a lot of trophies. He's nailed it. All-time point scoring leader for Ireland, or for the Six Nations. Interesting if only those born in a country are allowed to play for them. New Zealand would suffer because we got heaps of immigration. And I don't just mean like guys pinched from other countries, because the majority come to New Zealand as kids. We get heaps of immigration in New Zealand. Our birth rate's not that high. If we didn't have immigration, we'd have an even smaller population than we do. Oh God, I'll be livid. Oh, stripped in the tackle. Here we go. Ireland on turnover ball. I love watching Ryan Baird. He just loves the step. He wanted to be a centre, I guess, but he's stuck in a lock's body. Oh man. Streams to watch the actual game. I would check Reddit if I were you. Oh, what was that? Goodness me, Hugo Keenan. You're supposed to be Mr. Cool. Momentum is what my commentary team is saying. Saying it's all with England at the moment. Ireland are ahead as it stands on points difference. England packed were much better. They would need to, man. They were flat last week, weren't they? Tuilagi, big carry. Aki gets out of the way. Sinclair. Genji's going in tomorrow. Was that Stewart going backwards? Goodness me. It's all over the place. Ireland have ruined a few English slams at the last. England will return the favour. They might do it, but still a lot of game to go. 6 phases. Watson gets pushed back. Link to watch the game. As I said earlier, I would go to Reddit if it were me. Otherwise, if it's like free to air in Ireland and in the UK. Is it BBC or ITV's got this one free? And it's either Virgin Media or what do you call it? RTE. Oh man, 11 phases and pretty nice rugby, but nothing doing. ITV, thank you, team. The crowd has really woken up. ITV plus VPN. Luke knows. Luke knows. Hey Mark, did a Celta course with you years back. Oh, Daniel, are you still in Italy, bro? Nah, man, I never, after I did Celta, because of COVID, I never ended up going back to China, man. So I worked at the uni for a couple more years, and then now this is the gig, bro. Man, long time no see. Why am I wearing an Irish shirt? People gave me so much grief for wearing the England one in the preview. I figured I better balance things out. Oh, just fingertip take from Omani. Caelan Doris with another big carry. Come on, box kick. Fair play, I couldn't wear it. The two shirts that get the most grief. England and, can you guess what's the other one? Everyone's looking for links to the game. Why are you looking on YouTube for links to a game, man? Come on, get on Reddit. Go to ITV, use a VPN. Come on, people. As a Scotsman, I love your shit. Good man. France? Nah, France not the other one. It's Australia. People hate the people hate the Aussie jersey. The Aussie one and the English one. April 2 we got it. Man, we're 25 minutes in. This game's flying by. Ireland are playing a bit more rugby than they would like down their own half, but they've just got into English territory. Ooh, close to a turnover, but not quite. Bo, James Lowe puts a boot in. I like the Aussie jersey or Australia, the England of the Southern Hemisphere. Yeah, Kiwis don't like Australia in sports. We love going to Australia. We love moving to Australia for work. We love, I don't know, like holidays. But yeah, in sports we hate Australia. Owen Farrell does not like Sexton holding his head. Springboks not more hated than Australia. No, not at all. Not at all. I think partly it's just Australian sports in general. Probably a little bit, from New Zealand point of view, a little bit of a little brother complex. Don't like Big Brother Australia. Maybe a little bit of George Gregan in 4 more years. There's a few factors. Same with the Irish, we love going to England, etc. But when it comes to sports, we hate them. Okay, it's the same feeling. I don't know how it works. You guys have got a bit more history than like with England though than what we like. We literally went to war with the Aussies, like as a team, Anzacs, but we still hate them in sports. Love them for everything else. Oh, Kelmick, mate, England have turned up this time. He says, "Cheers, man. You're right. This game's a proper arm wrestle, which is." What I wanted it to be. I'm sure Irish fans were hoping for something a bit more, I don't know, less kind of blood pressure, inducing, but no man, it's a good game. Cheers, man. Here we go. What can Ireland do from these phases? Living in Sicily now, it's great watching the Italians improve the game. Unfortunately, still not a lot of coverage here. Oh, it's a knock on from Ireland. Oh, I'm glad to know you're still in Italy, bro. I remember you went over to see your missus. So that's awesome. The Italian team is coming alright, which is good, but just didn't get the results this year. And I know it's all football over there, eh? You're going to have a wee break for water by the look of things. World Cup predictions, goodness me. I don't know. Let's wait and see how this game goes first. Irish handling's been dodgy, Shane. Yeah, not quite as clinical, maybe a wee bit of pressure. Eden Park was pretty well attended yesterday in the Super Rugby. 24,000, I think, is what the commentator said, which is pretty good for Super Rugby because sometimes we've been struggling to get 10. So 24,000 is not bad. Not bad at all. Alan spent 25 minutes crying after the Wales game. You got bonus point? So, yeah. Oh, Alan. I can't believe I'm saying this, but God, I hope England win. Do I want to know why? Do I dare open that can of worms, Alan? But cheers, man. Where is this match on the USA? I think it's on NBC, but don't quote me on that. Is the match on Reddit? Probably not on Reddit, but there's always streams on Reddit if you look hard enough. Watch online. It's on free on ITV and then either on RTE or Virgin if you've got a VPN. So, yes, I'm watching on Sky in New Zealand, but Sky is a paid service. Alan can't have Leinster winning a Grand Slam. There are a lot of Leinster players in the starting lineup, I've got to admit. RTE, oh, thank you, mate. RTE is free to air. ITV is free to air. If you got a VPN, either one's going to work. Big scrum from Ireland, but they get pinged. Not pushing straight. They're around the corner. Ooh, man. It's the understatement of the year. Yeah, who is it? It's Aki Hansen from Connacht, Omani from Munster. There's no Ulster guy starting, eh? You're in dead and your TV coverage is about 5 seconds ahead. Goodness me. If you do use Reddit, by the way, be very careful because all those sites have some kind of spyware or malware on them, but you get what you pay for, right? Just watch the game through my glasses. I need to put sunglasses on. Mirror lens glasses. You say you want England to win. I didn't say I want England to win. Alan said he wants England to win. I was reading out his donation. Half an hour gone. It's still only 3 points to 6. Here you go, Keenan. Oh my goodness. Here we go. That's the momentum shifter. Surely here, Ireland's going to wake up. Gibson Park. Sexton. Quick ball. It's quick ball. Can they go through the phases without knocking the bloody thing on this time? Dan Sheehan's. Oh, they got advantage. My laptop got effed from using those links from boxing. Yeah. Yeah, so it's kind of buyer beware if you're looking for free streams. Yeah, they have all kinds of stuff on them, so just be careful. Otherwise, VPN, ITV, man. RTE. Tim, how's it going, man? I'm split. I want England to win, but I would rather have Ireland with the Six Nations than France. You could still have England win and Ireland win the Six Nations if they get a losing bonus point and the points difference is okay, right? And Ellen, yes, you are making me say divisive things. Lowe as a unit. I have stood next to James Lowe before he left for Ireland. Me and my dad went to a club rugby game, like an amateur game, here in Auckland, and he was injured from the Chiefs at the time. He was on crutches, but I think one of his mates was playing, so he was stood just 2 meters from me, and I have him for height because I'm like 6'4", but he's probably got me for everything else. One day you'll learn to spell Ellen. I know, bro. I got you. I got you. Don't worry. Johan reckons Ireland by 4, at least. Going back to shirts for a second, I imagine the England shirt isn't one of the best sellers outside England. Let's just say that, Richard. I don't know how many people have England as their second team. A lot of New Zealanders would have Ireland or Scotland. Oh my goodness! Try time. Wow, we get a try. Ireland. They finally get a chance. And boy, do they take it. I love watching Sheehan play. Look at Andy Farrell. Look at the look on his face. Is that relief? Is that happiness? I think it's a bit of both. Wow. That's like the sharpest play of Ireland's game so far. Line out move. Looks like they're going to maul it. Van der Fleer carries and then just back inside to Sheehan. I'm writing notes furiously. Sheehan's got the kind of pace where he can do that, eh? Not every hooker's got that kind of skill set about them. Sheehan is quick, says Dave. He is. He's genuinely very quick. Did we need that or what, says Jesse? Yeah, I think that's welcome for Ireland. That's the first lead change of the game. Will it be the only one? I would like to see the lead chop and change a couple more times. I know you Irish fans would rather it just go on kind of plain sailing from here, but for the game, it'd be nice to see a bit of tension. He's nailed the conversion, so we are at 10 points to 6. Sheehan doesn't have a typical hooker build. Yeah, hookers are getting more mobile, aren't they? He's got to have a good game to Dan Sheehan with old Cian Healy breathing down his neck for that hooker jersey. Oh, Freddie Stewart's dropped a high ball. Doesn't happen very often, but England's still got possession. Oh no, it is a knock on. Johnny's last Six Nations game, Leinster won't play him unless they makes the final. Then he'll play the World Cup games. Yeah, he probably will be really tightly managed between now and then. Van der Fleer coming for Sheehan's place as well. It's pretty innocuous. Watson. Goodness me, I was going to say, that's very marginal if they call that one. Whoa, bloody hell. Portugal, Georgia. For some reason I thought it was on today. But yeah, Hydra, I am going to see the result. I don't know if I'll watch the game. I'll see if I can. Jaco Paper is a terrible ref. Just don't like the guy. I think he's better than most of the refs we got here in New Zealand, but that's not saying much. Right, only 4.5 minutes left in the first half. That's a free kick to Ireland. How many Southern Hemisphere players are competing in the Six Nations, Kyle? Guys like born and raised out this way. I mean, in this game, you got James Lowe, Mac Hansen, Bundy Aki. I don't know if England have got any. Oh, Dave Ribbons, I think, was South African in there. Dylan van der Merwe for Scotland. Kyle Steyn. Piers Gilman. Leah Pianell. There's a few. It's probably an awkward kickoff time for me. Oh, they're all awkward kickoff times. The best times for me is when it's like a nice late afternoon or evening game. Like this one is decent. This one kicked off at 6 a.m. If it's a kickoff time at like 7 o'clock, it's perfect. That's a pretty soft knock on at the base from Gibson Park. So England scrums Irish territory. And a couple of years back, me and Gazza had a moment when the Tars were being hard done by. Gazza is not a big fan of the refs, I'll admit this. Antonio for France, yeah, and Willems actually, you're right. Thank you, bro. Did the Italians have any? They used to have loads, but maybe not anymore. Arundel. Oh, he's been held up. It's a maul. Was that James Ryan? Oh my goodness. You see his legs just kind of flailing in the air. Couldn't get his legs to ground. Yeah. Who did he run into? He runs into Hansen. No. Oh, it's Doris. It's Doris and Van der Fleer. Bloody hell. Like Dutch legs. That was pretty. That's tough. Yeah. Ella says it's weird. I can say a couple of years back in relation to following this channel. Bro, yeah, this channel's been going for ages now. Like 2018. We're going to be on our second World Cup, which is insane. But cheers, man. Appreciate that, bro. Sticking with us all this time. I mean, I put out a lot of videos. I wouldn't blame you if you're like, geez, I've seen enough of this guy's mug. Oh, England have conceded a penalty, so Ireland have one last crack in the first half. Started watching you 2019 World Cup. Oh, rugby champs. Oh, nice, man. Content is good. I appreciate that. Both sides' attacks been very blunt. Negri is South African Zimbabwe. Yeah, that's true. I was actually thinking about him earlier. He's Southern Hemisphere. He's been really good this tournament as well, though I haven't seen the latest game, but yeah. Oh, there we go. Was that no arms? Hugo Keenan. It's gone down. Mr. Washman's been subscribed since 2018. Appreciate that, man. That's also a wee while now. Thank you, mate. Stewart just kind of body checks him, eh? Here. He just kind of... He's bracing himself, but it's not good contact. Oh, shit. There's basically Hugo Keenan was going for a bouncing ball. Stewart was approaching as well, but decided he wasn't going to get to the ball, so he just kind of braced himself, and his elbow met Keenan's head. Shit. He's turning away. Uh-oh, he's in trouble. He's gone. He's gone. Gone. Freddie Stewart said he's bracing for impact and he's got milliseconds. He doesn't have time to brace. Yeah. Basically, ref just says by the way the laws are, but yeah. I don't know how I feel about that one. That's weird. It's an unusual red card. Jimmy O'Brien's on. Unlucky. Clive Woodward will be blaming Eddie Jones for that. Yeah, pretty much. Clive Woodward. Right. More time. England might be mad after that, man. You never know. It's happened before. Colin before Borthwick has dropped. No. I don't think so. Come on, England, pick up the pace. Oh, James Lowe. How many phases is that? It's got to be at least 5. The crowd wants them to score before half time. We're at 44 minutes, man. They keep hitting the forwards. How's Ian Foster not been sacked? I don't know, man. Got lucky. Whew. That's a big psychological one. Half time. Man. I think lower scoring than what was kind of predicted. That is half time. Richie McCaw for New Zealand head coach. Richie McCaw, red coach, is not involved in rugby at all. He's a helicopter pilot now. This generation took a great game and killed it. Actually, funny you say that, Nigel. I was talking to my mum yesterday, and yeah, she said when she saw one of the Super Rugby crowds, I saw her on Friday. She saw one of the Super Rugby crowds, which was looking a bit average. Like, not the Blues game, because they had a good crowd, but yeah, she was like, no wonder nobody wants to watch the games. The laws are shit, basically. What's Dan Carter doing these days? I think he's mainly just focusing on parenting, and he's like a spokesman for a bunch of companies like pharmacy and a few other products. He's on TV doing advertising, him and his missus. Jezza's back on the old Patreon. Yeah, man, cheers for that, Jezza. I saw that. Hopefully things are going good. Eden Park looked fullish. Yeah, it was 24,000 and a 50,000 seater, so it looked pretty decent. Yellow at best, says Richard. It is a really weird red card. Because he wasn't... Like, when he was approaching Keenan, Keenan didn't have the ball. By the time Keenan got the ball, he pretty much just braced himself. But I guess the ref would argue if you've got time to brace yourself, you've got time to get out of the way. That's really hard. That's a very unusual one because Keenan's also kind of bent down. He's bent down to the level of Stewart's elbow. So he's kind of low. But it's a really unusual one. We don't see them much in that kind of body position. $2 cents on Planet Rugby as well. Yeah, no, I like working with those guys. Those guys are they're good. Good. They're like not really kind of like a clickbaity website. They know their rugby. Some good guys. So yeah, very good. I enjoy doing a bit of writing with them. Just tuning in who got sent off. Freddie Stewart got sent off. Basically, there was a knocked on ball. Hugo Keenan was kind of bending over to pick it up, and then just as he grabbed it, Freddie Stewart was approaching him and just kind of braced, but Stewart's elbow clocked Keenan in the head, so red. Halftime trivia. I didn't drink any beer, so I don't have any halftime trivia at the minute. Let me just look at the halftime stats. It's possession 61-39 to Ireland. Territory 57-43. Clean breaks 2-0. These are all in favour of Ireland. But knock-ons 8-3. That's Ireland with the 8. So, yeah, that's kind of less than their normal clinical selves. Raw meters is 279 to 129. Even as an Irishman, says Ian, I thought the red card was harsh. Like I said, it's really, really unusual. Most of the red cards we see these days is a ball carrier being tackled by someone who's just fully upright, and it's usually shoulder to head. And we've been told the tackler needs to bend. But that wasn't a tackle. And Keenan was the one who was kind of bent down to Stewart's elbow level. So I'm talking myself into a lowered sanction, right? But anyway, what's done is done. George North overtook Shane Williams. Yeah, I saw that during the game. That was quite a moment. I think George North's been hankering for that one for a while, even though he probably doesn't. I don't know how fast he is, but anyway. I think that was a red card and the French prop didn't versus Ireland. Yeah, Antonio ended up getting a ban after that game, didn't he? What did you make of the Welsh performance, Nathan? I thought it was good in patches. I don't think it was a doom and gloom performance. I thought there was a bit to like there. Some of the one-on-one missed tackles will be a bit frustrating. I think they let their foot off the gas when they were coming back into it. But bonus point for 4 tries away in Paris. Not bad. I mean, they lost. They conceded 40 points, but still. What's the highest peak in Wales? I will not accept English answers. Wow, that's a very specific question. Isn't that the one that like the SAS go up like training on? Very pleased with the Welsh performance. Me and my dad reunited for the game. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. My dad sent me a bunch of messages during Super Rugby last night. He's back home. He's been in hospital. He needed to get a pacemaker because it was just... He came here a week ago and he was like walking up the steps, and like my house has got like 3 steps, and he was just shattered after walking up 3 steps. So, yeah, his heart wasn't in a good place, but they put a pacemaker in and he's able to walk around and do normal dad stuff or granddad stuff. So, yeah. Mr. Welshman got the answer. Bloody hell. I do not know how to say that. There's only one vowel in that, and there's 2 words. Cheers, man. Yeah, Dad's on the mend. No, he's doing good. I know he's doing good because he's back sending me messages complaining about referees, so he can't be in too bad condition if he's got energy for that. He's basically been told, don't do anything, rest up at home. Like, Dad doesn't do any housework or cook or anything, so he's retired. That's pretty much what he does, so yeah, he's earned himself a wee rest. Who's giving Gaza heart problems? That might be true. Mike, mate. Yeah, although actually, I thought my dad was going to be livid after that loss to the Crusaders yesterday, but he was remarkably, like, zen about it. Yeah, I don't know what's the deal. Have you considered coming to South Africa for a holiday? One of these days, man, I will have to. I am going to China at the end of this month because my missus is from there. So we're going to go there for a month because my kids haven't seen their Chinese grandparents for like a month. So that's my next holiday. First time I've been outside New Zealand in about 5 years. So that'll be different. But yeah, no, at some point I need to get to South Africa. I need to get to Europe, man. I've still never been. So, yeah, just cost money, doesn't it? Gaza was zen, April Tui, as unbelievable as it may seem. Like, I saw him send me 4 minutes worth of audio messages, and I was like, he's going to rip the shit out of the refs here. And he was just like, yeah, our Blues had their chances, didn't they? But, nah, Crusaders played well. And I was like, what? Who is this guy? Do you think Razor is the answer to the All Blacks' woes, Dan? I don't know, man. I don't think there's a one-stop answer. I think, yeah, there's kind of multiple factors going on, but certainly New Zealand rugby seems just all over the shop in the management of the game. Not a good place to be. Is there a new Prime Minister in New Zealand? Yeah, some other guy took over after Jacinda stepped down. I forget his name. I don't do politics very much. Going to France for the World Cup, Chris. I wish, but my kids are still a bit young for my wife to accept me just ditching her to travel around the world to watch rugby for a month. So, unfortunately, no. Maybe I can target Australia the one after. Thoughts on Furlong in the first half? He's been busy defensively, hasn't he? He's been, I don't know, very busy. Get to Wales, you hook me up, Ella. Good man. Good man. If I get to Europe, I can stay on somebody's couch. I'm pretty tall though, so it better be a big couch. Or the floor, that's fine. Michael Lynch. Hiya, mate. Thanks for responding to my email last week. Electric atmosphere here in the Aviva. Good man. I bet it is electric. That's phenomenal you're there. Only a 4-point lead though, so your boys still got a bit of work to do. Fair play to you staying up in the middle of the night for this match. The sun should be up soon. It's like you can see a bit of sunlight. 7 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, we're getting there. This one's actually the kindest time zone we've had thus far. Chris Hipkins, that's the guy. I honestly don't really do politics at all. Gaza does. My brother does. I'm kind of less interesting. I only saw the notification because you were live. Oh, good man. I haven't done any live streams for the Six Nations thus far, so that's time zone or no time zone. That's disgraceful. So anyway. It's still the 18th where I am. Yeah, we are well into the 19th over here. Do you think the quick improvement in Wales' performance is because of Gatland or because of the new contracts being put forward, Nathan? I mean, part of it is probably just the amount of time they've had together. Gats brought a few more of the senior boys back, so I guess there's a multitude of factors, But either way, it was pretty pleasing to see. What do you think the politics of Welsh rugby? The only organisation that seems to have things worse run than New Zealand rugby is maybe the Welsh Rugby Union, mate. But anyway, we'll see. Jay says, Englishman here, mate. The Irish will probably run away with it now. Sometimes when teams get a red card, especially one that they think is unfair, sometimes they get fired up, get real peed off, and, can stick it to the other side. So you never know. It seems unlikely. Smart money would be your statement is right, but we'll see. We'll see. Look, we know the Six Nations has been exciting because we haven't talked about gardening once. This is true, April Tui. During these live streams, when the when the rugby gets a bit less captivating, the topic of conversation tends to wander a wee bit, doesn't it? So Yeah, we've been fully rugby focused, haven't we? And Mr. Washman, Cymru am Booth just saying, good man. What does that actually mean? Like Wales forever? Like up Wales? I just know it means like, yay Wales, go Wales. I'm not sure what the English equivalent is. Porrick says, did you see someone has a red card? Yes, saw that, man. Saw that. Oh, Keenan's not back out. Yes, Wales forever. Nice. What channel do you get the Six Nations matches on in New Zealand? It's on Sky Sports. Sky Sports has multiple channels, so in this case, Sky Sports 1, to be specific. I have to agree, Canada is even worse run than Wales. Okay, yeah, that's probably true. I've even been... At one point, I remember reading some document about how messed up the the Canadian rugby was managed, and there were like allegations of crap going on. So yeah. Where am I from? From New Zealand. From New Zealand. Worst one you say, the Yank USA guy enters the chat. Okay, of tier one nations. Right, second half just kicked off. Keenan is not back on. Jimmy O'Brien is still out there. So I'm assuming he's not coming back, because he would surely be out there by now. That would have been enough time to do an HIA. Crossfield kick to low. The offload didn't need to be thrown there. What happened in 2003? What am I missing? 2003 was the English Rugby World Cup win. Jimmy O'Brien has the same name as you. There you go. Family connection. What's the most common surname in Ireland? Like in Wales, it seems to be either Williams. It has to be Williams. Or Davis. I think it's Williams. England killed us when both teams were going for the slam. Ah, I see. Murphy. Okay. And yet there's no Murphys in this team? Oh, Jones. Yeah, Jones. That's true. Jones and Williams. Surely. Sexton with a step on Farrell. Unbelievable. Rolling back the clock. Sexton, you're only 4 points ahead, man. Let's keep it safe. Jones, Thomas, Evans, Williams. Right. Williams at the moment seems to be the most rugby players anyway. Watson, Tuilagi. Here we go. Arundel. Can't get away from Mac Hansen. Or maybe my surname, Lloyd. Murray is probably the most common out of the lads in this team. Here we go. Go Jameson. Go Jameson. Stays in. Ooh. That's the sharpest play of the second half so far. Big V8 show, bro. Goodness me, what time is it in Hong Kong? Elle est le bleu, says Alexandra. You need England to score some points, mate. McDonald for Scotland, you're guessing. Yeah, that would make sense. I don't know what it'll be in New Zealand. Probably Smith. Probably Smith. French fan, for once I can say go England. Uh-oh, Ludlam getting some treatment. Who's going to win? If I had to put money on it, I'd probably say Ireland. Oh, James Ryan. Oh, he just whacked it back down to George. Are there any common Māori surnames that I know of? Oh, what would be the most common Māori surname? Can't think of it off the top of my head. New Zealand, Smith, Wilson, Brown, Taylor. There you go. I figured it'd be Smith. Grant Dexter. Grant Dexter. You're not using your cricket account. 300 new Taiwan dollars. Now that I know what NT means and it sticks in my brain. Watch the Blues highlights. How, why? Man, I thought we were robbed. I'm usually pretty on the fence with the refereeing stuff. I thought we were robbed. But we did also blow a few tries. So, yeah, I thought we were robbed though. Cheers, man. Jeez, what time is it in Taiwan right now? Are you back here or something? Taiwan, it must be like freaking 2 in the morning or something. Lomu, no, that's Tongan. Tuilangi, I think all Samoan. Jake the Muss. That's Once Were Warriors. Right, it's all Ireland ball at the moment. That kicks way too deep. Watson will just mark it. When doing my family tree, I learnt Māori surnames change sometimes. We didn't really have the surnames the same way. It's hard to do that side of your family tree. Right, that would make sense. Every country seems to do surnames a bit differently. Like in China, women never change their surname. Your surname is part of your name. Your name is like one collective. It's not... I mean, it's a surname and a first name, but everyone calls you your full name all the time. Good film. Yeah, Once Were Warriors. Bloody depressing film, but it's a good film. Cook the man some effing eggs is a line from that movie. Indeed. What do I think of the Springboks' current side? They're pretty good. Another one of the top sides on that side of the draw. Come on, Watson. What are you going to do? Watson gets away from 2 tacklers. Go, Watson. Stay on side, Ireland. Farrell puts boot to ball. Jimmy O'Brien. Left foot. And we'll end up running up. It's pretty tentative this second half. Gotta say. Got some muscles there, bro. Too much weight's not enough speed work. Yeah. There's lots of classic lines from that movie. What's your view on the summer internationals that have been announced so far? I haven't even seen all of them, to be honest. I did see a handful of them. Oh, lost Ireland line out. Oh, but then Sinclair's got it. Man, this second half, nobody's on top. Ryan Baird just pinches it. The ball's literally changed hands 3 times in 3 different phases. Hoping for a 2 Cents and Squidge collab for the World Cup. We did do a podcast together on his World Cup retrospective, so he did have me on for one of those. Some kid can't handle his whiskey, waiting for him to finish in the bathroom. Yep, 2 a.m. Bloody hell, Grant. What are you doing? Too old for that, man. Where's Tony? We need him to go down the weird avenue. He goes down. We'll be doing the podcast probably tomorrow, I guess. So, yeah, we'll catch up. I hope he's watching it. Allez, l'Angleterre pour la France. I'm assuming that means go England for France. Am I a genius, or is that just kind of basic common sense knowledge? Should have kept him on the long dong. Oh man, that's an old reference, that one. I need to try me one of those beers. I never managed to get my hands on them. Right. Oh, they're going to reset that one. Even I got that French mark and I suck at French. Yeah. Can't give myself too much credit, eh? Does 4X still exist? 4X still exists. Bring me one in July. Bro, if you can. Bring the long dong. I'll drink it on stream. Or 6. Half dozen long dongs. Which is a Taiwanese beer, for those of you who are confused. How's the garden coming, says Ella. Does the game slowed down to that much? I got some sunflowers growing, believe it or not, despite the fact that we're in autumn. Oh, England scrum penalty. Tasty. Messy scrums. Whoa, was that Porter going straight down? Do you know why the Aussies call it 4X? They can't spell beer. That's an old Kiwi joke, that one. But yeah, I don't have much else growing, Ella. It's just a few sunflowers, which I didn't even plant. They just grew from last year's seeds. Hope Ireland can keep the momentum going for the World Cup, says Barrett. Yeah. They're gonna be better for whatever happens in this game. If Ireland had just run away with this game, I don't think it would have served them much. But like, this is a game where there's heaps of pressure on, admittedly in front of a home crowd, but a heap of pressure on. So this is, in terms of replicating the World Cup pressure, this game's right up there. And England are giving them a good go, so that's a positive. Farrell's got the penalty, so it's 10 points to 9. It's a 1 point game. Late, get going with your seeds, April. Yeah, you're in spring, so you need to get going. We are bottling this in terms of performance. It's concerning. Like I said, this is a good thing for Ireland that they're getting a game. What do I think of Scott and Italy? I haven't seen it yet, Simon. I'm going to watch it after this game. It was on at a really bad time, like even worse than the 3 a.m. games. It was on at 1:30. All Blacks coach, who's my choice? I would probably go Razor. I think he's earned it. So, yeah. Not saying he's going to be the saviour to like get New Zealand back to the top of world rugby, but I think he's earned a crack. I don't know what else you can do. The doctor wants to stop the game. Jaco Paper is running over to see what the deal is. Jack Willis. It's kind of with England a man down. Stoppages help England. What can you say? Mr. Washman's got turnips, beets, what we call it, beetroot, parsley, onions, leeks, cauliflower, carrots, lettuce, and tomatoes planted. That is quite the array of vegetables. Wish this game would do something. Second half has been at a lower level than the first. It was tentative. Look at Maro celebrating that lost line out. Maro loves that. New Zealand won the rugby championship. Is Foster still not liked? Well, I guess the fact that in that rugby championship we lost at home for the first time ever to Argentina, we lost over in South Africa, still has people not satisfied. Irish are going to be doing this the hard way. Yeah, thus far. Extra man. Ben carries on. Bit of an extra threat at the breakdown. Farrell's going to put boot to ball. Back to Jimmy O'Brien. He's going to kick it right back to them. Can't find grass. Imagine being the All Black coach, pressure you expected to win every game. Pretty much. Especially at home. You're not supposed to lose 3 home games in 1 calendar year. We don't get that many home games. Gibson Park just tricked Morrow. Morrow was going to close him down, but Morrow came slightly early, so had to take a step back. A lot closer than Daniel was expecting. You and me both, man, although I figured England would bounce back from last week to a degree. But especially with a man down, they are managing this game really well. Was Gatland Lions coach when they tied the New Zealand tour? He was, Mike, mate. He was. Whoa, what a big fend. This is going to be an easy mark to Gibson Park. That rhymes. If you compare Schmidt and Gatland's CV, it's no contest. Are we talking about All Blacks coaching? Oh man, Hansen's being driven back. Oh man. Ireland are one mistake from going behind here in their own 22. Sexton with the clearance. It's not a great kick. It's not a great kick. Wow. Would AB's fans accept Warren Ball? I think the any chance that Gatland had of becoming All Blacks coach went out the window when he took over the Chiefs and they lost the entire Super Rugby Aotearoa season. They lost every game. So no. Lee misses Super 14. Yeah. I mean, there was a good crowd at the Blues Crusaders match, which I really enjoyed yesterday. But I do miss the old Super Rugby. What can I say? Who would you like to win the World Cup besides the All Blacks? Who would you support, South versus North? Generally, mate, the way I go for any competition, if there's a final, if there's a team which has never won it before, I will generally support that team. So if it was, for example, France against Australia, even though we've got the Anzac connection with the Aussies, I'd support France because it'd be cool for them to win it for the first time. There's nothing like seeing a team lift that trophy for the first time. So, like, a bit of handbags. Jeez, this game's tense, isn't it? If Ireland beat the All Blacks like in a World Cup final, I don't even know if that's possible with the draw, but like I would take comfort in knowing that, man, that's the first time they ever won the World Cup. You know, it'd be like it'd suck, but there would be something cool about it at the same time, if that makes any sense. Handbags, man. Scotland win the World Cup and my tenner becomes 500 quid. That'd be nice. Porter's a grub. He's the most penalty conceding player of the Six Nations, so maybe you're right. Ireland are the only team to make England look good. This is an arm wrestle, man. Big time. Big scrum. Oh, it's an England scrum penalty. Whoosh. The occasion has gotten to Ireland a bit. I mean, you might be right. Most games Ireland have played better than this. Namibia wins the World Cup and £1 becomes £5,000. I think that's slightly less likely somehow. French vs England game last week was enough to put the chills down the spine. Yeah, man. New Zealand's got a pretty tough French side in the pool, and then a big old quarterfinal, assuming we make it. Dombrandt, go, man. Jeez, if England get in front here, this is going to be a hell of a final 20. Oh, turnover 1 from Baird. That's the momentum shift that they needed. Brian Baird. Quality. Is that a momentum shifter? The Baird penalty. That's the note that I'm writing. The heavy defeat to France seems to have really focused England, says Greg. Yeah, maybe, man. They needed to show us something else. Right. What do Ireland do from here? They're in England's territory. Here we go. Sexton, cross kick. Oh, Mac Hansen was close, but Watson just got it. Held up. It's going to be a 5-metre scrum to Ireland. Oh, yeah, that didn't look nice on Sexton's leg. Bloody hell. Ian says it's squeaky bum time now. Love your channel from Ireland. Cheers, man. Thanks, Ian. Yeah, man. Squeaky bum time. As I said before, from an Ireland point of view, this is exactly what they need. There's no other competitive games. Like, I mean, there's World Cup warm-up games, but it's not the same as this. This is a game with a big result on the line. You can't replicate this kind of pressure, so this is a good game for them. Good test. What can Ireland do from this 5-metre scrum? Here we go. Oh, it's gone down. But no, the ball still comes out. Aki. Nope. They got advantage. Offside of the midfield. Aki. Henshaw. That should be the game. Maybe, depending if he can get a conversion. See what happens when you keep it simple. I guess, man. Go do the work, right? They think they're going to go left. They go back blindside. Pretty much untouched, man. Whew. That was, yeah, that was much needed for Ireland. Jeez, they needed that. Just simple play. I mean, George did get one hand, one hand on him pretty much to slap him on the bum on his way through, but pretty much untouched. Grand Slam's going to go to Ireland. It does look like it at the moment. This is an important kick, though. Important kick. Imagine if this is a World Cup. Important kick. That was a weird kick, but he got it. Kind of went left, then it went right. 17-9. 2-score lead. 2-score lead. Do England look like scoring twice? A try and something else. Oh, Ireland have not taken the restart, so they put themselves immediately under pressure. If even England get a penalty here, it's back to a 1-score. Farrell's kicking game with his grubbers and stuff, all Six Nations has been pretty average. And that's another one, but they've got the ball back. Anyway. We are 64 minutes on the clock, so there's still 15 minutes to go. Oh, it's going to be another Maul turnover. Uh-huh. Oh, I can hear some swear words. Are they going to apologize for the language? They just did. On my feed, they apologize for the bad language. Don't they just draw more attention to it when you apologize for it? Anyway. Don Brandt's going off. Do I bet? Sometimes. But not for a wee while. What's happening to the Bulls? Oh, man. I don't know. What is going on with the Bulls? They're on a terrible run in the URC. Not good. Don Brandt's not had a good tournament. I did see he's up there for like some stat for like post-contact run meters. He's doing really well. But I do feel like his handling errors, what I was the one that I looked up, were atrocious. So, yeah, it's been a mixed bag, to put it mildly. And Richard's just had a curry. Life is good. My kids are not making any noise, and it's 7:40. So, yeah, I'm a little bit surprised. Do I miss the South African teams in Super Rugby? Absolutely. Yeah, it's not the same, man. But, I mean, I'm enjoying the URC, so it's a balance, I guess. Jimmy O'Brien holds it up on a tackle. Bundy can't get the arms free, but it's okay. Go through the phases. Big tackles from England. Oh, they're giving away a penalty. "20 minutes and Ireland will be champions of the Six Nations in the Aviva Stadium." Yeah, pretty much. Brian, you and Ella are going at it about the history of the Six Nations. I mean, can I be a Kiwi and like say something to? No, I won't. I won't join you in the fray. Haven't been at their best, but they got the job done at home. Yeah, I can't see England scoring twice. They don't look like scoring a try at the moment in the final 13 minutes. But it is, it's tough with the man down for half the game, right? Who's going to be the player of the tournament? Who are they going to pick? They probably go with an Irish player. Initial few weeks, you might have said Caelan Doris. Do they go James Ryan? He's been pretty good. Mac Hansen's got himself a couple of Player of the Match awards, but he's not had as much to do in this game. Dan Sheehan. Oh, jeez, he's tackled. Was that bloody Van Portfleet that stopped him? Maybe Keenan. Yeah, Keenan's a good shout. Oh, she gets another one. That's it. That's it, folks. It's done. That's all she wrote. If there's a fat lady singing, she can certainly do the warm-up exercises now because, yeah, that's it, I reckon. Surely. Van Portfleet did well initially there. Like, that was alright. But they just keep going back blindside, eh? Oh, I can hear my children are up. Conan with the offload. That's a bit of a thing of beauty in that. Yeah, that's gonna be it. My VPN's putting me behind by about 45 seconds. I'm actually not watching on the VPN. I'm watching on Sky. I use the VPN for the post-match recordings. $24.9. Starting to look very comfortable. If they're engraving a name anywhere, they can start now. Thought this would happen. England come out firing, but Ireland quality took them away. Yeah, the card probably doesn't help, but I think even with 15, Rob Herring's come on for Dan Sheehan, so he's not going to get a hat trick. Ooh. Johnny Sexton's not happy about something. Johnny Sexton's pushing Marchant for what? Oh, I think he called him something nasty, if I'm reading lips. Default Steph. Sexton is something of a competitor, isn't he? Look at that, folks. It's morning. Good morning. I can turn my light off. Ooh, okay. Ireland concede a penalty. Doris. Irish crowd is well into it. They're pretty much already celebrating. England have still got 9 minutes to go. Is this England's best game under Borthwick? At least they showed some mettle, especially in the first half. And then at the start of the second with a man down, like, they played some smart rugby, but it's like that arm wrestle where they just slowly give them way, right? Honestly, one thing about you Northerners is you do the stadium atmosphere really well. We don't do this kind of singing like you guys. It's almost 9 o'clock at night in South Africa. Yeah. Time zones are a funny thing, eh? Come on, England, get a try. Make it interesting. Get a try. You can do it. Hey! More try England against all odds. Well done. Crowd remarkably more quiet after that one. Is he going to kick that conversion? Yes, he will. 24-16. That looks a bit healthier. I mean, it still looks like a loss, but it's a bit healthier. Henry Slade's got a wee smile on his face. Oh, Sexton's going off. He's limping, but hopefully that's nothing too major. Standing ovation for Johnny Sexton. Does he ever go off the field not shaking his head? Like, ever? Has he ever gone off with like just a smile and like a thumbs up? He just always looks pissed off. Every single time. Every time. A knock on from the restart. He was just in a fight. Yeah. Ryan Baird's gone off. Kieran Treadwell comes on, gets a few minutes. Hell of a career, man. Oh, absolutely. He's generational talent, isn't he? Absolutely. Do we want England to score once more? Intercept try? Maybe? Or like some big scrum set play? Am I going to do the Blues breakdown video? Nah, I can't bring myself to do that one. But yeah, I'll mention it in the power rankings. No, we don't want England to score one more. It'd make the final 2 minutes interesting. Like, it seems unlikely, but it'd make it a real edge of your seat finish. Like I said, it looks very unlikely. England are well on their own half. Four and a half minutes to go. What's going on? Stop him for foul play. Okay, Yako paper said there's a clean out to be looked at. Ben O'Keefe is there. Absolutely my dad's not favourite ref. Oh, yep. Willis with a tip to clear out Ross Byrne. But Manu Tuilangi's involved. But yeah, it's not a good look. He lifts comes down softly, so it's going to be at least a penalty. It's a yellow. It's going to be a yellow card. So yeah, 15v13. Take a shot at goal. No, they're going to go for the touchline. Are you excited to see Southern Hemisphere back at it with international rugby soon? Oh, Dan Sheehan gets man of the match. Nice. Yeah, I mean, we've still got a little bit of time. There's no internationals on in April. So, yeah, there's still a wee way to go. Oh, now Rob Herring gets one. Can't leave him like that, man. But I mean, 15v13. There you go. Bonus point. Nice. Well worked, man. Good to see Rob Herring get that one. Connor Murray was looking at, give me the ball. Nah, it's okay. He got it. Icing on the cake. That's pretty much the way to put it. Has to be the most one-sided Six Nations ever. Which has been the closest result for Ireland? Is it the Scotland game? They didn't get a bonus point in that game. Like, if they'd got one more try in that game when they missed a couple, they would have literally had maximum points. And Ulsterman to score exactly right. And he's missed it. Come on, Ross Byrne. Get 30 points on the board. 29-16. Won all the games by double digits. He's not a Sexton. I don't mind Ross Byrne. I think he's been playing pretty well, but yeah. That misconversion we could have got. Minute and a half to go, folks. James Lowe is going to put boot to ball. Oh, Ellen, man, that's the points difference, eh? Cheers, bro. I know your side's still rebuilding, man, but you'll get there. There'll be a bit of Gats magic. You're a darts man, really. If there's one sport that I can honestly say I've never really followed, it's darts. Man, listen to that crowd. That'd be a great one to be at. Look at them. Pretty amazing. Yeah, the Johnny Sexton is actually celebrating on the sidelines. Doris has gone off. Armani's come back on. Okay. Must have been HIA. A lot of pressure. They delivered. Exactly right. It's great for them to be put under that kind of pressure by England and then still come through it, even with the extra man. Yeah, I can imagine the pubs are going to do pretty well. 20 seconds to go. England are still giving it a crack. 13 of them. Dublin will be wild this weekend, I bet. Saturday night out in Dublin. Ludlam gets tackled by Mac Hansen. Time is up on the clock. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting about St. Patrick's Day. Farrell takes it into contact. Oh, it's a high tackle. They're going to play advantage. The game's going to keep going. Thanks, mate, for the coverage. No, man, no, it's been good. It's been a really great Six Nations. I can't think of many games that were, lackluster. Been a lot of crackers. Thanks for doing so. Getting up so early to do this. Like I said, it's been generally pretty good to get up at stupid o'clock and watch good rugby. If there have been bad games, it'd be kind of hard going. Can England get one last score just to finish things off with 13 players? Or is James Ryan going to pinch this ball in the air? Nope, Ryan can't pinch it. Ezekwe takes it. Maul time. They want a second Maul try. They're not going to get it. It's in phases. Back the other way. Slade. They're giving it a go, man. I mean, credit to England at least for making it a contest as much as they could. 13 players. They've had a lot of ball the last few minutes. But geez, that crowd is loud. Oh, it's a loose pass. Tuilagi has been pounced on. Sure, that's a forward. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's going to be game. Surely that's game? Yeah, that's game. Man. Classy stuff. Johnny Sexton is actually genuinely smiling a big smile. Like, what a way to go out for your Six Nations career. It's quite the way to finish it. Look at those smiles. You can see what that means to them, eh? Yeah. Good stuff. Good on England for making them work for it. But this Ireland squad's pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, good pressure game for them. Crowd loved it. Bit wobbly. Yeah, it's probably fair, Con. Bit wobbly, but still, over the course of the 80, too good. Just too good. Hopefully Sheehan shoulder us. Bit of a recurring injury going. Yeah, it's true. Can New Zealand, South Africa beat them? I mean, maybe, man. Any of these top teams on their days, I think, can knock each other over. Even England, like, bounced back from a pretty shite performance last week to at least, you know, give us a game. So, good stuff. Grand Slam. Grand Slam. All right, folks. Cheers, Big V8 Show, man. Go to bed. You and Grant in the Asian time zone. I am going to quickly do a video for this game, then feed my children because they are awake. But yeah, for you guys in Ireland, don't drink too much. Have a few. Drink responsibly. Celebrate. But nah, good stuff. Very good stuff. Take care of yourselves. That's the Six Nations done for a wee while. International done for a wee while, and then yeah, we shall plow on. But you guys take care of yourselves, and yeah, well done Ireland, man. Phenomenal side. Take care. See you guys.